When you're right, you're right. And I know it because I've seen it my whole life. That you're right. You just can't charm a lady with a knife. But that sucks, because that's all I know how to do. Girl, please tell me, how do I get to you? Hi everyone, I'm Nikki Esoteric, and I'm a 29-year-old male to female transgendered individual. And that is the very last month that, well, that is the very last monthly update that I will be saying I am a 29-year-old male to female transgender individual. Because at the end of September I will be 30 years old. That's right. I have less than a month of my 20s left, and that's fucking awesome. I know I'm the only girl in the entire world who's excited to turn 30, but I am. I really am. I get a whole new decade to live as myself, and that is so amazing. Oh my god. So, where did we leave off? In July, at the end of July, I had gone full-time. Well, close enough. I started going to work as a woman and pretty much doing everything like this. I got my driver's license changed, so my gender is listed as female, and those are the biggest changes last month. So what's happened since July 29th? So much. So, first thing, let's talk about the physical changes, because I know that's what most of you care about. Well, maybe. Primarily, I'm seeing more feminization of my face, and I've noticed that still again my facial hair is slowing down. It's still growing, and it's annoying because I still have to shave every day, but it's lasting longer. I usually have to touch it up about 8 or 9 if I'm going, or like 7 if I'm going out that night. What else? My chest has gotten bigger. They keep growing. I mean, I think it's like 2 years of growth. You get roughly 2-3 years, and I'm 8 months in. My chest hair doesn't really grow in. I think I went 3 days before I saw black hair. So that's pretty cool. I'm getting a little bit of peach fuzz-like stuff, but that's nothing. Excuse me, I burped. It's a bodily function. It's very ladylike, I know. Let's see, what else have I noticed? I've noticed that I'm seeing more of a girl even when I still wear boy clothes for certain events. Like, I kind of look like a girl who's wearing their boyfriend's shirt. Which is hilarious to me. My hair. Oh! That's right. I started finasteride this month. On August 3rd. Finasteride is another testosterone suppressant. It has other uses. Its primary use is shrinking the prostate and regrowing lost hair. And it just has a side effect of lowering testosterone. My doctor prescribed it because my levels were still outside of the feminine range, but they were below masculine range of testosterone, which is awesome. And, I say a lot, I'm sorry. So, what has finasteride been doing? Not much noticeable, but as I said, one of the effects is that it regrows hair. I think on Wikipedia it said that it's like on average a 30% regrowth within 6 months. Considering that my real hair was lost before I started hormones, a lot has come back. I'm not sure if I'll share it because I'm still a little dysphoric about my hairline. But I took the first picture without a wig that I liked since 2011 when I still had enough of a hairline. And there's even more growing back around my temples, and I'm starting to show, my hair is starting to help. It's starting to look right. And what that really means is that the wigs are temporary. I mean, I still might dye my hair purple and do stuff like that because I really like the purple hair. But I will not have to wear a wig for the rest of my life. And that is amazing. As for my real hair, it's about down to here, which when I started hormones, it was about here, so it's more or less normal hair growth. My back hair is past my shoulders. Other than that, there's just more fat going to my thighs, butt, and chest. And that's mainly the physical changes. I'm really happy with everything that's happened this last month, and there is a lot going on in my social transitioning that really has made a big deal. First thing is that work, basically any and all excitement died down within the first week, and so now this whole month it's just, everyone's just like, you've all, like, in the way they act towards me is that of someone who's always been that way. I don't ever feel like I'm being judged or watched, or, you know, I don't feel like people are looking at me like I'm being talked to by other women that I don't know, and they're chummy with me. Let's use the word chummy because I like that word, and that's pretty cool. And they're talking to me in the bathroom, which, as I said in the last video, that was the biggest possible issue, and it blew over. It's just, I'm treated like a woman at work. And that's pretty impressive. The other big thing is that my brother found out. He spotted me while I was out driving, and him and his wife did some Google fooing, and I have to admit, I'm really impressed with my sister-in-law. She knows her Google foo, and they found some of my stuff, like these videos and some of my other items, and they're okay with it. My sister-in-law talked to me she told me that they found out, that they know, and that they want to talk to me about everything, and they know now. The person I was the most afraid of finding out now knows I'm trans, and they're okay with it. Which, I have to say, I have never, and I probably will never, ever be happier to be proven wrong again. I am so happy they proved me wrong. Because I have no more stress about this. I don't really have to worry about hiding it or worrying about people seeing it, because everyone important to me in my entire life now knows. And as such, on my Facebook, I switched back to my real last name instead of using Esoteric. I will still use Esoteric for these videos, as it's the as it's how I would like to be known, I guess, by people who don't really know me. My phone binged. So that was the really big deal. I've also talked to some of our mutual friends that I was keeping in the dark for obvious reasons, and they're all cool with it. I think my aunt now knows, which is really cool. My mom, I'm still keeping it low down because I explained it to my brother, and I told my brother the same thing. I'm happy that they accept me and that they love me. And if they're not ready to start seeing this on a normal, regular basis, that's fine. I'm not going to care. Because they accept me, and that's what matters. They could take their time, and my brother was happy with that, and I'm happy he's happy. And that's it. I'm out. I have nothing to fear about being me. And it's fantastic to not have that stress anymore. To any other trans women or people who are looking at this to see what transitioning does to someone, or just stumbled on this out of curiosity, don't believe all the horror stories you hear about transitioning and everything. You will always hear the bad stories. You will always hear the people talk about how they lost their job, or their wife left them, or their kids disowned them. And it's sad, it's heartbreaking when you hear those stories. They scared me too. And you know what? I'm starting to think that those are just a small percentage of the stories, that most of us tend to integrate into society pretty normally, like as we would like to be seen. And we don't bring attention to it because we don't think of it as much. It's just, oh, this is just my life, it's not a bad thing, I don't need to vent or rant. So, I want to say this to all of you potential trans chicks out there, or even trans men who haven't started the tea yet. Don't fear. Be smart about it. Don't shove it down everyone's throat. Don't run around telling everyone, blah, I'm trans, blah. Just, accept that some people might need time to adjust, and respect them and respect their own views, and they will respect yours back. And if they don't, well, if you can, deal with it like an adult and just walk away. I don't really have much else to say this month. The changes have been pretty fantastic. My social life has been amazing. And I'm either the luckiest trans woman to ever grace the face of this planet, or things for us are not as bad as they seem. There's definitely a lot of acceptance of us in this world these days, and I'm happy that for me this has been going smoothly. And I hope that for many of you, so it is too. And to all my friends and family and everyone else who's watching this now and has gotten this far, I love you all so very much. Keep being awesome. Good night.